from Vini Jr. And right now the Brazilians heading into next year's World Cup. Brazil in their yellow, traditional yellow shirts, blue shorts, white socks. Paraguay, red and white striped kit tonight. Paraguay had done well until Vini Jr. struck late on in that first half. The Paraguayans fairly solid opposition. And how will they react? Knowing as well that they are pushing for a place in next year's World Cup. Referee, as expected, a little card happy. Vini Jr. who's going to miss the next game. Guimarães booked, Alonso booked early on. Standings now: Argentina 35 already qualified, Ecuador 25, Brazil in third on 25, Uruguay moving into fourth 24, Paraguay dropping a couple of places down into fifth on 24, Colombia 22nd, and Venezuela in the playoff slot on 18 points. This is the goal scorer, no way through on that occasion. Brazil seeing a lot of possession in that first 45 minutes. Getting their reward late on. They had golden opportunities with Vini Jr. and Cunha to combining to get the breakthrough goal. And Martinelli, whose pace caused all sorts of problems in that first half. Brazil using the flanks to very good effect in that first 45. Again, the seleção prepared to be patient. There's the run, well picked out. Vanessa though can't get there in time. Applauds the attempt. A little surprising that Gatito is not Alderete across. Brazil back in possession. Again, our referee has been very quick to reach for this whistle tonight. Instructions. Ancelotti before that first goal. This is Rafinha's angled ball in. Doesn't beat the first man. How will Paraguay respond to going a goal down? How will Brazil respond to taking the lead? Finding out in the second half. Martinelli, it's going to get looked at. Took a bump. Running into Alderete. Did that warrant a free kick? Greasy playing surface at times in the Neo Chemico Arena. Brazil coming under pressure for the first time really in the match. And Alisson to tap it away. Ball again out wide. Almiron has done a lot of defensive work, and that's unfortunate for the Paraguayans as it stays in play. Rafinha has had a quiet night by his high standards. Casemiro does well to shrug off the opposition. No one really taking any pot shots tonight from either side. Another corner to the host. Faro barking out his orders. No real change in approach from either team. And his opening 8 minutes or so in the second half. Brazil still on top. No obvious tactical change from the Paraguayans. Again, the interchanges have been excellent from the Brazilians, how they've moved position. That came off Martinelli. But Martinelli, Cunha and Rafinha all starting. Rafinha would have played, no doubt, away at Ecuador, but was suspended. Cunha and Martinelli, certainly tactical changes which have paid. Alonso stretching, coughed up in the middle of the park. Chile at home next for the Brazilians, then Bolivia away. Paraguay in September at home to Ecuador. Crowd like that moment. And then Peru away. And that will wrap up the qualifiers now. Brazil just starting to showboat. Martinelli taking on Cáceres. Martinelli's again, it's an awkward delivery. Again, Paraguay just getting a body in the way. It's that pace from the Arsenal man as it ghosts away from the defenders. It's caused all sorts of problems for the Paraguay backline tonight. 10 minutes gone in this second half. Oh, Guimaraes to bend that ball forward, saw the run. Oh, Casemiro and Marquinhos. Was he going for the top corner? Alexandro as well, the centre-back lurking. Plenty of those blue shirts, or yellow shirts and blue shorts in the area. Paraguay in the opening fixture between these two. 1-0 to Brazil so far tonight. Rafinha again, near post. Ciso unable to make real headway. How long before Paraguay start to look to the bench? They do seem to have a fairly comfortable mindset. The urgency from the Paraguayans hasn't quite been there at the start of the second period. Allison. Well, Alexandro needs some options. It's got Marquinhos, it goes down the centre. Now it is with Marquinhos, the captain. Well, the Paraguayans were pressing in that first 45 minutes. Not pressing quite so much in the second. Despite trailing, all has stayed in play. Referee allows the advantage. Guimarães a little bit clogged. This is the goal scorer, Vini Jr. Goes round Cáceres, dinks it to the far post. Taken down nicely. Gatito Fernandes stretching. And Brazil are trying to turn the screw. Wonderfully out. Vini Jr. yet again slips a little bit and has it nicked away as Brazil move in. Gomez, the Palmeiras man, get him a challenge in. Alonso initially with a header, cleverly forward by Guimarães, and Cáceres for me, who's been outstanding on the touchline, got in the goal line clearance as Gatito Fernandes was beaten. And Brazil look for a second. Low ball in. Gomez away. No surprises to see the first changes of the night. Almost 60 gone. It's a little bit loose. Now danger here for Brazil. Sanabria unable to really connect the way he wanted. Goes down as a decent enough chance. There's a foot race on his side, but it's too close. Far too close in the end to Gatito Fernandes, but just a little bit of light there for the Paraguayans down the centre. Bobadilla and Angel Romero, the first changes of the night. Brazil leading here by 1-0 late in that first half, courtesy of Vini Jr. Angel Romero then just come off the bench, knows this stadium very well. Fairly mute applause though when he came on. Former, well, here's a Corinthians man now. Vini Jr. with space, heavy touch on his left foot across the goal line, and the Paraguayans save the corner. Well, this is the moment. Now really, you look at it from this angle, and Sanabria had a bit more space and time there, didn't really get hold of a shot on goal. Bobadilla, Sao Paulo player. It's a long punt forward. A little bit of a lull around the Corinthians arena. So far, it's all going to plan for the Seleção. Venezuela losing. Uruguay, that was part of the plan. Brazil leading Paraguay. Well, that was a major part. Angel Romero then down. Seems to have been at Corinthians for a very, very long time. More of a bit part player nowadays. Has been on the books at the Musketeers for quite a while, and a few loan spells thrown in. They remain enthusiastic. This ball is curled forward. It's a bit awkward for the Brazilian backline. They've got a man down who is quickly back on his feet. Now the danger's been cleared. Gatito off balance. And the Brazilian fans enjoyed that. Here's goal the difference. Alisson. Marquinhos away into midfield. You may not agree with all our referee's decisions tonight, but he has been very close to the action. Guimarães skating on thin ice, has already been booked alongside Vini Jr. for the Brazilians and Alonso for the Paraguayans. Hoisted forward. That had to be picked off. Alexandro, 1m89, a lot of height at the back for Brazil. Cáceres as ever, across. Oh, can't pick out a teammate. It's mishits. That's a handball. Just bounces straight up. Cáceres. Martinelli a little bit fortunate on that occasion. Appears to hit both hands, in fact. Marquinhos wins the aerial battle, can't quite get it clear. Paraguay trying to force a way through. Started to turn the heat up a little bit. This is Alonso. His progress stopped. Almiron came flying in, a lunging challenge. It's a throw in to the Brazilians, and now want to take their time. It's like Gabriel Avalos set to come on. Avalos normally wearing the number 9 for whatever club he plays for. And he will be out there to add that experience and certainly that ability inside the area. Not the quickest, the 34-year-old. Meanwhile, Paraguay will have some more defending to do in the centre of the park. Again, our referee has been carding players for those kind of challenges. Sanabria, who missed what was a reasonable opportunity. Replaced by Gabriel Avalos, now with Argentina's Independiente. Again, not the quickest, but a quick thinking player. And if given half a chance, Brazil might find themselves in trouble. Almiron hoists this one forward. Just on the edge of the area. A volley charged down. Corner. Alderete swung the left peg. So, well, it's beaten away in the first post. And another quick corner. Casemiro. Remained buoyant. Their side, though, trailing. Again, Paraguay posing the aerial threat. That's a better ball in. Alexander underneath it. Just a little bit of pressure from the away team. Alderete and Vini Jr. exchanging a few words. Vini Jr. is already in the book. Talking to from our Argentine official. They win the first post. The header sails off target. Not like Alderete, the man who just had a word or two with the referee. A long way out though. Nice little nod down. It's Alonso, in fact. Well, you can see what he's aiming for, and it wasn't that far off target as well. Trying to guide that header into the top corner. Paraguay pressing in the last 5 or 6 minutes. I dallied. They always seem, though, keeping it alive. Teasing ball inside the ear. The shout maybe from Allison didn't come or wasn't heard. Now Cunha, who's got pace. Vinny Jr. even more, but he won't reach that one. Gomez in the way. Vinny Jr.'s goal, 8 in the first half, still a difference. Brazil on the verge of World Cup qualification. Casemiro really just throwing himself to the ground, grabs the ball. First change of the night from the hosts. Beraldo is on his feet as Vinny Jr. sprints forward. Gustavo Gomez, though, alert to the danger. It's going to be a change of formation from the Brazilians. It's a centre-back coming on for a left-back. Guimarães going nowhere on that occasion. Paraguay going nowhere. Marquinhos can't keep the ball in play. Here's Charlison as well, getting ready. Vinny Jr. does well to turn his man, can't quite pick out Cunha. Gomez tried to go round the long way. Angel Romero has played stop. Vinny Jr. down. Will this be the moment for Brazil to make changes? .15 plus stoppage time remaining here. Second half hasn't really picked up. A few chances created by either side in this second period. Is that a hamstring for the Real Madrid man? Well, if it is, he's going to have to make way immediately. And if he carries on, it clearly isn't a hamstring. He's walking perfectly normally now because Brazil are in possession. Rafinha slides it forward, a chance for a second. Martinelli was closing in, couldn't quite get hold of it. Cunha would be the obvious choice to change. We saw Vinny Jr. struggling, but he seems okay now, though. Maybe Ancelotti will get his chance to make that change. Maybe not. Brazil work it forward nicely. Cunha skies it. Is that his last kick of the night? Nicely worked by Rafinha. And Gatito Fernandez very fortunate that Cáceres was there just to put off Martinelli. Gerson also to come on. So two players who have been booked for Brazil. I'll replace the two players involved in the goal. Charlison of Tottenham and Gerson of Flamengo on. And as I said, Beraldo centre-back coming on for a left-back. Beraldo, former São Paulo, now with PSG. Martinelli slipped by his Charlison. Now the two enemies at club football in Arsenal and Tottenham respectively combining. Now the club doctor just taking a quick check, and out comes the ice pack. There's a bit more physicality out there now, certainly from the centre-backs for Brazil, and Beraldo and Alexandro. Almiron stops at his tracks. Calls for the referee's attention. Again, our referee has been a bit inconsistent tonight. We knew he was a whistleblower. It's when Vini Jr. pulled up, had been challenged. Maybe taken off as a precaution. Certainly, from Brazil's perspective, with 10 minutes remaining, and the place now getting closer in next year's World Cup. Avalos has not been able to get involved so far. And now Brazil want to slow things down. It's coughed up. Can the Paraguayans do something with it? This is a decent run here, but he's closed off and has the ball nicked away in the end. And Ciso was trying to look up, trying to see what was around him, and was a little short of options. Gerson. Spells in Europe, which didn't really work out. Showed a lot of potential early on. On his way back to Europe with Zenit. And the Paraguayans trying to win back possession as the clock ticks down here. Cáceres as ever. Guerrero nods it down. Shearson beaten to it. Guimarães does well and sends Vanderson on his way. A lot of space to move it into. May take a pot shot himself. He's going to leave it for Shearson. It's closed down. A sweeping move by the Brazilians. Starting with a wonderful bit of skill from Guimarães. Paraguay set to make 2 more late changes. Almiron needs to get rid of it. Does so. Alexander was there lurking initially. Gonzalo Sandes, Alejandro Romero set to come on for the Paraguayans. Brazil going nowhere on that occasion. In the D, referee plays on Richarlison, then collapses, and maybe a handball against Shearson. Rafinha, again by his standards, has had a quiet night, but was involved in the goal. Romero and Sandes, the replacements. Clock, though, is ticking down on Paraguay. Not another shirt anywhere near Gatito. And is that one goal by Vini Jr. going to be enough for Brazil? Again, goes round the long way, but no takers. And Ciso has caused problems. And owned by Brighton, was on loan at Ipswich. And Brazil have changed their left back. And now they're going to bring on Danilo at right back. need to get themselves out of a hole. Casemiro, bit fortunate maybe on that occasion, but did the job. Brazil wanting to burst forward. Eyes on the clock for the Brazilians. Minutes away now from qualifying for the next World Cup. Guimarães, again given the benefit of a doubt. Danilo keen to get on, and Guimarães the man to make way. This says Vanderson. Which would make sense. It would be like for like. It is Vanderson. A space now for Rafinha. Stumbles on the edge of the area. Trickery from him. Great footwork. An unbelievably hard shot and turned away by Guimarães. Well, excellent work from Brazil to create the chance. Guimarães popping up and let fly, and Gatito Fernandes does just enough to send it wide. They scored late in the first half, and Brazil looking to score late on here. Curls in. Gatito came for it, didn't get it. Came off Avalos. Rafinha combines with Casemiro. Again, Rafinha picking out the yellow shirt now. Brazil turning it on very late on here. Ball trickles out of play. Well, Richarlison dwarfing Cubas. 4 minutes. Back to Rafinha. Does have a lot to aim for. Can't jink his way past on that far side. Brazil then, minutes away from confirming their place in the next World Cup. A late announcement in the stadium, other 4 minutes. Jostling on that far side. Sanders looking to try to pick out a teammate. Finds Gamara. Urgent times now for Paraguay. That unbeaten run of 9 matches. In danger of coming to an end. Overplayed. Cáceres downfield, only as far as Alexandre, who almost coughs it up. But Gerson, quick to smooth things out for the Brazilians. Richarlison is wide, now in possession. No way through. Cáceres again. And less than 2 minutes remaining here in the Neo Química Arena. It looks like being 3 out of 3 when it comes to qualification. For Brazil, they did it against Paraguay, did it against Colombia, now Paraguay for a second time, unless things change radically in the next 90 seconds or so. A minute remaining here. Nice little curl on the ball again, but no takers in a yellow shirt. 46,000 as they turn out tonight. $46,000 at the moment to see Brazil qualifying for the next World Cup. Rafinha getting the crowd going. Well, the 4 has come and gone, and Brazil looking for a second. Martinelli perhaps not expecting that one. Late break maybe for Paraguay, comes to a very quick end. Referee once again well sighted, and goes for his whistle for the final time here. Brazil matches, but Brazil now make it official. 3 out of 3 when it comes to qualifying in the Neo Química Arena. Vini Jr. gets the only goal late on in that first half. And Paraguay had proved to be stubborn opponents. First win in charge of the Brazilian national side as well for Ancelotti. His record, the 0-0 draw away at Ecuador, followed by the 1-0 win on his birthday at home to Paraguay. Job done.